What's up, Fredericksburg, Virginia? I am Tom Fuller, vocalist of Sacrificial Betrayal.
And I'm Brandon Hicks, bassist of Sacrificial Betrayal.
And we are here, backstage at Fredericksburg Public Radio as your hosts. Let's get the show started.
Yes.
So you might be asking yourself, why are we here?
What is this?
What are we doing?
How are we doing it?
So, why are we here? We are here to facilitate Fredericksburg, Virginia. We are a platform for you to promote your business, promote your band, promote your shows, not just music related, anything, right?
Yep, food, we can talk about anything, really. We just need the artists, the creators, the food people, the business owners, anyone, the venue owners, to come and message Tom, or myself, more Tom, not me. But
I got you.
But message us, reach out to us, get yourself on here. We can promote you. We can do everything, I guess.
Yeah, this is our pilot episode, right? So we're just kind of testing the waters. We're putting ourselves out there as facilitators towards everything that is happening in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So feel free to hit us up and we'll get you on here. We're looking for venue owners. We're looking for restaurant owners. We're looking for bands, new singles, new music. You got shows coming up. We'll be posting up flyers here for all the events that are happening around Fredericksburg. But we need that information. We need everybody to reach out to us so we can get you on here and promote you.
Exactly.
All right, so my name is Tom Fuller, vocalist of Sacrificial Betrayal.
And I'm Brandon Hicks, bassist of Sacrificial Betrayal. This segment would be all about an interview where we interview different bands, artists, venue owners, business owners, things like that. So we're just going to...
We're just gonna interview each other for the most part and talk about Sacrificial Betrayal.
Yeah. So Tom...
Yes.
You've been doing music for a long time.
Yes, I have.
How'd you get started?
Funny that you asked that question. For real,
he doesn't remember.
Yeah, I have no clue. I started when I was like 5 years old. You know, I was just always into music. You know, started off. My brother was kind of the guy. You know, my brother's name is Russ. What's up, Russ? He lives in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, he was 5 years older than me, right? And growing up, he was the one who introduced me to so many bands. He was like, oh, check out this cassette, you know, check out these guys or whatever. So he was kind of like my entry point to music in general.
I gotcha.
And it wasn't until I was like 7 or 8, like I asked for a guitar, got a guitar. I was terrible, but we would construct instruments and things like that. I had really a lot of support from my mother and my stepdad at the time, and they were fans of Elvis Presley, fans of Billy Joel, and they were just always encouraging us to play music. So at like family events and whatnot, they were like, why don't you do this whole lip singing thing, you know? And like, so we would make, you know, guitars or whatever, and I would be the vocalist, and like, I have pictures of this. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, we would do that for family and friends and stuff like that, and then things just kind of carried over, you know, and then I just kind of started singing on my own and teaching myself and stuff like that. It's just always been metal, like always been a heavy, you know, always into metal, 80s metal, thrash metal, death metal,
just kind of grindcore,
yeah, everything just kind of like kept increasing.
And did that increase or decrease during your time in the Marine Corps?
So yeah, that's another thing. So that was basically all the way up until I was age 17, and I joined the Marine Corps. You know, my mother signed the papers and stuff like that, and I joined the Marine Corps infantry. Throughout my time in that, actually, Sacrificial Betrayal was a part of that come 2010 time frame. But prior to that, I was just trying. You know, I was trying to, as much time that I could have, as I'm sure you can imagine, an infantry guy deploying constantly. So it's like when I wasn't, I was
constantly writing.
Yeah, I was still like writing stuff, still trying to do it, you know, trying to figure it out. But the time was just so limited.
And then you learn how to yell in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, there is definitely, or just being yelled at in general.
Yeah, being loud.
Thank you. I deserved it. You know what I mean? But hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's what they say.
Yeah. But yeah, that kind of sums it up. You know what I mean? I was always a young kid, just into music. Just that was my kind of outlet. That's all I did. Had cassettes, made mixtapes, you know, things like that. When CDs kind of came about, you know, then I was firing those things, and I would go to the stores, get anything that was free, you know, check it out, Discovery, you know, discover all these cool bands, stuff like that. What about you?
You would get the CD, the 50 CDs for a penny in the magazines.
The Columbia House?
Yeah.
No, I didn't fall for that one, but but yeah, I was doing so actually I was like an original DoorDasher. Let me tell you how this works. So, in my apartment complex, they had these public laundromats, right? And you could post things up for, like, if you're selling something or whatever. So I just put it out there. I was like, hey, you know, kid with his bicycle will go to the store for you.
Yeah.
You know, so like some of the people would call my house and be like, hey, I need, you know, your little Tom to go and, you know, go and get me some
He was
stuff.
the original spark shopper.
So I would go to the stores for the people. I would serve the people. And I would, you know, get all the groceries or whatever that they needed, bring them back, give it, you know, to whatever, and then they would give me money. And then I would go and buy music. So, what about you, man?
Well, I got started at the ripe age of 3. So yeah,
Wow.
My stepfather was in the Marine Corps.
Right.
He was a lance corporal when he got out.
Mm-hmm.
Through him, I learned he was the young guitar player. He's kind of in the same similar situation you were in, except he had a lot less supportive parents. Sold his BC Rich guitar when he was deployed. That was really messed up. But he, when I kind of came of age around 10, 11, he started to play out in local bands and things like that. And I would go to all the practices. Well, that evolved from me going to the practices. When I turned 13, he bought me my first bass guitar, which was one of those Ibanez kits. And it came with the amp and the tuner and
like
all that. Yeah,
the Stage Star.
No, it was an Ibanez Geo.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, the packs that they sell that are really good for beginners or whatever. And I didn't touch the fucking thing. I started actually in middle school on the viola, where I learned how to read music and how to, really develop actually playing.
Man.
Not really, because I did like 1 year of viola and then I got my bass guitar and I was like, yeah, viola sucks. It's a beautiful instrument. I just couldn't afford to keep doing it because my parents couldn't rent the viola.
Gotcha.
But in that, I was, you know, still going to the practices. I would learn little tips and tricks from all the people there. I'd always talk to the bass players of his bands. They would teach me random things. Always go for this, don't go for that. You know, don't get swindled by this. Don't buy this. Don't buy into. You don't need a great amp to play live. You don't need the highest dollar equipment. All this stuff that I learned, and
all
then
you need is backing tracks.
No, but you need to actually play your instrument.
Right.
But that's a discussion for another time, ladies and gentlemen.
Another time.
But no, with that, it was it evolved from me seeing my stepdad in practices and stuff like that to me being told, here, carry this amp, and walking into the venue not knowing that I was walking into a bar. I was 15.
Yeah.
And they would put X's on my hands and be like, okay, just don't cause any trouble.
No. Yeah.
So I'd sit and watch the show, and it really got the amplifiers ringing in my head, as it were, and got me started down this journey. I didn't start playing in a band till I was 17, when I finally got into an indie rock band, believe it or not, called Lizard on the Window.
Check them out.
Funny thing about my musical history is you can see my very first performance all the way up to my latest performance on YouTube.
I've seen it. He's on the YouTube. Everything is on there.
Yeah. All the way from my very first performance up until recently.
That's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
And I'm a lot younger than Tom is. I'm 34, so.
Yeah. I'm not talking about my...
he's had a leg up on me, so.
Yeah.
You know, joining Sacrificial Betrayal, It was 3 years ago now.
Yeah, so August 18th, which was 2 days ago, that was the first show that Mr. Brandon Dale Hicks played with Sacrificial Betrayal at a venue called Hooligans, which is
Defunct.
much love to Hooligans. It's not around at the moment any longer. But yeah, that was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. That was a really cool venue. And I used to work there for a little bit. And Sacrificial Betrayal was that before or after the tours that we were doing? It was during...
That was right before the tour.
It was right before the one that we went to Kansas.
Yeah, because I went and joined... when I joined, it was in 2023 when I joined. And it was right before a tour, unbeknownst to me. Because I had a week to learn the stuff, and I went and played Hooligans with you guys, and then we left on tour not long after that. Yeah, and
like a boss.
Yeah, ever since then I've been
straight boss, a
member of the band.
Yeah, that was it. You know, I mean, Sacrificial Betrayal has kind of a a pretty long history, but that's a whole thing in itself.
And we're sure that you'll meet the other members of the band eventually.
Yeah.
But this segment will be more about you guys, y'all's bands.
Yeah. We're doing like we had said earlier.
Pilot.
This is the pilot. So, reach out to us for to come sit next to me, sit next to Mr. Brandon right here, whatever else the case may be. And we'll interview you, and you could tell your story. So Sacrificial Betrayal has some shows coming up, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a show coming up actually this Saturday.
Yeah.
The 22nd.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there.
There we go. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, so this is the Heavy Hitters. It's at a venue called Another Round or Two. And you can see all the information up there. There's a bunch of cool bands that are playing on that, and then that's and then we have like 8 or 10 more shows for the remainder of this year. Mm-hmm. And
some of those flyers are already up on Facebook. Other ones we're still getting together. And those shows will happen congruently, and you can keep track of all of that on our Facebook page. With this show here, we're going to be playing with some great bands, Below 7, 434, which I'm really excited to play with.
So I don't think you were. No, it was a guy named Roger was playing bass for us at the time. We're actually in one of their music videos. We're masked, but we're in one of their music videos.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
that's
I told
awesome.
You that. Yeah, we're wearing luchador.
Yeah,
we're wearing luchador.
That's cool.
And we're at the bar, and then they had this whole scene or whatever. It's super cool.
We like wrestling too, by the way.
Yes. I am a mega wrestling fan.
Twisted Nature's really good. Wolf Legion's good.
Yeah, Wolf Legion. We played with those guys a bunch of times. Like, wow. Check them out now.
Yeah. And then Crimson Witch, which will this be our first show with them?
Yes. I don't believe we shared the stage with them before. But looking very forward to it. Yeah. But yeah, so one of the other things is kind of a funny story. Well, I mean, like we said, it was 3 years ago, 2 days ago, it was your first show, the EP release of our EP called Slaughterhouse. So that is available on pretty much all of our socials. And here's our QR code for you can just scan this right here. And it'll take you to our electronic press kit. You can see things that we've done in the past, read our entire bio it's an extensive
There's a lot more
bio.
Details on there. A lot more history. Other band members.
Yes, and we got all the upcoming shows are listed on that as well. Mm-hmm. Music videos are on that, all the stuff.
There's even some songs you can listen to on our EPK.
Yeah, I think Take Risk, one of our...
It is.
Yeah. So tell me about the opening to Take Risk.
So Take Risk, that was the first song I got to write bass for the band. And I didn't want to do something like droney and regular bass player-y because I'm a freak like that, and I like to make things hard on myself. So I decided to write a bass intro for it. Really simple intro, but it hits really hard, and I think that it really lends itself to the kind of song that it is, which is almost like a rebirth for the band.
Yeah, it absolutely was. It was a complete rebirth of things that were things, because like I said, like the Sacrificial Betrayal has been in existence since 2010, so it has a long kind of history. But like I said, I guess I failed to mention earlier that, when I joined the Marine Corps at age 17, like I retired after I served for 22 years, and that was in 2020. So towards the end of 2020 and, the COVID, stuff that was going on, that was when things kind of changed. That was when Aaron, the guitarist of Sacrificial Betrayal, came into the fold, and he and I started this journey in the wake of COVID, and there wasn't really, we had like some tours lined up, and then everything got canceled. It was crazy time. Obviously, everybody knows the whole story.
I was in a band at the time as well, and a lot of our stuff got canceled. I was in a band from Charleston called Primo Noctis, and a lot of our stuff got canceled. Man, it was crazy. There was like one after the other. Things started falling like dominoes, and then lockdown happened, and we had like. I mean, I got COVID like twice, 3 times. So we've been vaccinated. But since then, it's been, especially since I joined in 2023, it's kind of been hit the ground running. Yeah. And keep hammering away at it until something comes out.
Yeah, I mean, for Sacrificial Betrayal, like, we play a lot of shows. Like, we're constantly booking. We're trying to get as much... stage time as possible. We're actively booking every single day. There's something going on with us. But on the other hand, reason why we're here to do this show is because we support everybody doing and following their dreams. Yeah. And our motto here is doubt kills dreams. And what we want to do is we want to go to your show. We support this scene through and through. We want to be there. We want Fredericksburg Public Radio to succeed. If you're in a band and you're around the Fredericksburg area, check this out. You need a place to jam? You need a jam space? It's right here. Hit this place up. There is places just above us. One of these days, we're going to take you up there so you can check it out.
Well, this will lead into our next segment very nicely. Yes. So we have another segment on the show, and that's going to be Backstage at Fredericksburg Public Radio. And that will have any kind of segment that we want in there. We can show you all kinds of stuff. It'll be backstage with bands. It'll be backstage and maybe at businesses. It'll be showing you behind the scenes of something, giving you little sneak peeks of what really goes on. Maybe some interesting rig rundowns, things of that nature. Maybe some artwork or how to use a paintbrush properly. We never know what's going to come in the door, and we never know who's going to come on the show. So reach out to us. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think that concludes our interview of each other, I guess. And but the more of the point is to kick this off, and just like what Brandon said, this is why we're here. We are here to facilitate this great scene of Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I'm generally new to it, maybe a year and a half, and
I'm brand new to it.
Yeah, he just moved here. So.
I just moved here, so I'm looking forward to meeting a lot more people. I'm looking forward to discovering a lot more bands. Yeah. We're looking forward to discovering businesses and places we can go, things we can do. We need you for that, because I want to go do things.
I want to do cool things.
I want to do cool things. Everybody wants to do cool things.
Well, that wraps it up for this
interview
segment, yeah. And obviously this is kind of like the placeholder of having other individuals on, and for the time being, and this is just the pilot episode, right?
Yeah, and I guess up next we will have a look backstage.
A look backstage. What's up, everybody? Tom Fuller here, Fredericksburg Public Radio. Remember we were talking earlier about being backstage. Well, check this out. We're backstage, man.
Yeah.
And we were also talking about jam spaces that are available right here in Fredericksburg, right? So this is it, man. We are in it right now.
And it's awesome. They're always set up anything you could want, anything you could need.
There's amps. There is drums. All this is available, right? You don't even have to bring the majority of your stuff because it's all right here. Check it out.
There's a PA.
Yes.
As well.
There's a PA. There's a PA
Piano.
over here. There's a piano.
And this,
I didn't even see that last time. But
we have recording capabilities here.
Oh my God. There is recording capabilities here. That's pretty awesome. You know?
Imagine that.
Yeah.
That's not included.
Yeah, I don't know. Some line stuff up there. But yeah, this is it. And Sacrificial Betrayal, we rehearsing here as well. So sounds great in here. It's awesome. I mean, like we said, man, it's got everything at your disposal. All you gotta do is hit us up. Hit up FXBG Public Radio, and they could give you times and whatever else the case may be. You know what I mean?
All the details, all the if, ands, buts, or wins. You can come here and record a demo if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yes. And
which we plan to.
Yes. And it sounds good, too. It sounds really good here. So, that's it. I'm Tom. This is
Brandon.
We're from Fredericksburg Public Radio. Check it out, man.
And this has been a look backstage.
Backstage. Hi, I'm Brandon Dale Hicks.
And I'm Tom Fuller.
We totally switched. We're sitting in the wrong seats.
Sitting in the wrong seats.
All right. Yeah, let's switch seats. All right, check this out. Jesus. All right. This has been Backstage at FXBG Public Radio. I am Tom Fuller, your host with the most.
And I'm Brandon Dale Hicks, your co-host with the least.
Thank you so much for your time. Much love, much respect. Have a good night.
See you next week.